This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, inaugurated the Jalila Cultural Centre for Children on Al Wasl Road in Dubai on Wednesday. Present at the inauguration ceremony was Dubai's deputy ruler, His Highness Sheikh Maktoum bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. The ruler of Dubai unveiled a plaque to officially open the new centre, a first of its kind for children across the Middle East, which was then followed by a tour with his daughter, Her Highness Sheikha Al Jalila. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed was briefed about some of the activities and programmes, such as music, dance, art and literature, and stopped at a number of facilities, including a state-of-the-art library and a cultural tent where traditional dances and Emirati cuisine are hosted. The Al Jalila Cultural Centre for Children provides an environment for children to explore their talents, skills and creative gifts. The centre also aims to immerse children in their Emirati culture and heritage by offering interactive programmes in a fun and exciting learning environment, as well as exposing them to different cultures. The UAE has been ranked as the least corrupt country in the Middle East and North Africa, according to the latest report. According to the 2014 Corruption Perceptions Index, organised by Transparency International, the UAE ranks 25th globally out of 175 countries. The UAE scored 70 points in the index this year. That's compared to 69 in 2013 and 68 in 2012. Where a score of 0 is highly corrupt and 100 is very clean. The UAE is closely followed by Qatar, which ranks at number 25. Denmark, New Zealand and Finland are ranked the most clean, while Sudan, North Korea and Somalia are the biggest offenders, according to the report. This year, the average score was 43, and 2/3 of the countries were below 50. From the 1st of December, Emirati, Qatari and Omani nationals must hold a valid electronic visa waiver document when in transit. According to the British Embassy's website, from the 1st, the law will change, where travellers will now need a valid exemption document or a UK visitor in transit visa if one needs to transit landside in the UK. For example, if you arrive at one airport and leave from another, or you need to pass through border control to collect your luggage for your connecting flight, you will no longer be able to do that with just a valid onward ticket. As an electronic visa waiver permits single entry only, a separate EBW is needed for each landside transit. It added that travellers must have a valid document and arrive and depart the UK by air, or have a confirmed onward flight which leaves the UK by 23:59 hours the day after they arrive in the UK. Professionals are warning that amateur car modifications can kill if not done properly. Champion rally driver, FIA Vice President and President of the Automobile and Touring Club for the UAE, Mohammed bin Sulayem, was quoted in a local daily as saying that amateur modified cars by naive motorists or unqualified workshops are so poorly tuned that they are essentially moving bombs. Modified cars do not have to be registered, and much of the work is carried out by enthusiasts or unlicensed garages. Bin Sulayem's comments come as the regulations are soon to change after an agreement was signed between the Touring Club and the Emirates Authority for Standardisation and Metrology to produce federal regulations for car modifications. Bin Sulayem also warned that people need to be educated and warned that enthusiasts cannot just add horsepower without improving the brakes, suspension and steering. Lymphatic cancer is on the rise in the UAE, according to medical experts. And non-Hodgkin lymphomas, which are the most common form of the disease, have increased by more than 70% in the past 40 years. On a global scale, non-Hodgkin lymphomas are the 10th most common cancer among women and 7th in men, while here in the UAE they rank 5th among women and 4th in men, as according to a study by the World Health Organization. Dr. Omran Bedir Gatti, an endocrinology, diabetes and metabolic disorders consultant at Burjeel Hospital, was quoted in a local daily as saying that some of the symptoms include weight loss, sweating, fever, and the enlargement of lymph glands, which are painless. He added that a lack of awareness of the problem also prevents the cancer from being detected at an early stage, and that should any symptoms arise, one should go to a doctor immediately. As a result of high obesity rates in the UAE, particularly among children, medical experts and doctors are looking to encourage healthier lifestyles, which was in top focus at the Active Healthy Living Summit today. International medical experts, practitioners and consultants gathered for the one-day MENA Active Healthy Living Summit, which is aimed at exchanging expertise and best practices amongst paediatricians and medical specialists to play a more important role in encouraging their patients to lead healthier lifestyles. According to a recent study published in the International Journal of Obesity, 1 in 3 children in the UAE is overweight or obese and at risk of developing early diabetes and hypertension. The focus at the summit was to promote energy balance and physical activity early in childhood to overcome health issues in the long run. According to speakers, leading healthier lifestyles can have a significant impact for someone suffering from non-communicable diseases such as diabetes. Dr. Robert Salis from the American College of Sports Medicine stated that exercise is the best medicine available, which comes, of course, at no cost. According to experts, sedentary lifestyles and video games pose a serious health risk amongst children. Therefore, more should be done to improve their diet and participation in outdoor activities.
Well, if you look at virtually every chronic disease, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, stroke, Alzheimer's disease, dementia, osteoporosis, high cholesterol, on and on and on. All of these diseases can be prevented or at the same time improved by doing regular exercise. It is like a drug, and I believe that physicians need to assess a patient's physical activity habits and make an exercise prescription as their first-line treatment for all of these diseases, both to prevent them and to treat patients who develop them. We have so much evidence of the health benefits of physical activity. I think those of us in organized medicine can just no longer continue to ignore that evidence. We have to take it seriously and try in a very active way to improve physical activity habits, starting in kids, moving on to middle age, and all the way till geriatric patients. We all need to be on that message.
Education starts in childhood, at the very young age of going to school. And we certainly recognize that in terms of getting young people to have a healthy lifestyle, to exercise, keep fit, we know that that's good for people's self-esteem and mental health, and very good for what we call their cardiovascular or aerobic fitness, their heart and lungs. We also know that education through school is important at giving people a healthy way of eating. They become conscious of the kinds of foods they eat, the number of calories in the food, of portion size, and of the fact that healthy eating is very important for a long and healthy lifetime.
One can easily assume that encouraging children to focus on their fitness levels and engage in physical activity may be a burden for them at such a young age. However, research suggests that a child is 30% more likely to be overweight or obese if a parent was. The figure increases to 80% if both parents are. Therefore, experts say that it is vital to urge parents and children to lead healthier lifestyles together. This knowledge and understanding will eventually be passed on to their future generations.
It is a burden unless we make it fun. And kids like to have fun, and kids like to play. So it's not as if it has to be totally structured. It doesn't have to be necessarily a sport, but allowing kids to play, what I like to call free-range play, letting kids play, letting them go outside, letting them be with nature, letting them walk with their parents, letting them, have fun with their friends, as opposed to what we are seeing, which is an increase in television viewing, and that's not to say we're against television. It's not to say that we're against computers. Very important in terms of tools for today. But again, it's about the how much, and how often. And we have to make sure that we provide the opportunities for kids to be active, for kids to play, at least an hour a day. One of the problems that we continue to see is that there's a continuing focus on standards of learning. So it's all about having fun, making it fun for kids, and we do that in the learning environment. We have to do that also in their activity environment. We also have to make sure that we tell the children why it's important. It's not just about looking good, it's about feeling good, it's about thinking good, it's about the whole package. And if we start early enough, it becomes embedded into their must-dos, becomes part and parcel of their normal lifestyle.
And finally, looking to other news now, volunteers are hoping to collect 114 tonnes of waste during this year's Clean Up the UAE campaign, which starts this Saturday. Spanning all of the 7 Emirates, Clean Up UAE, now in its 13th edition, will start in Dubai on Saturday at Nad Al Sheba and then end in Ajman Al Tala on December the 12th. Where volunteers will help clean up different venues, including deserts, beaches, and the marine environment. This year, the campaign is running under the title of Don't Live in a Dream, It's Your World, Make It Clean. Alongside the event, the Emirates Environmental Group will also hold workshops, talks, tree planting events, competitions, and waste education.